Hello, 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 everybody. This is Tom Huseby here tonight. We're about to get started here in just about 2 more minutes with the Ingresso Cybernetico business presentation. We're glad you're here. The first thing we want to do is just test that you can see the screen okay. You should be on slide number 1 right there where it says business presentation. There's a fellow there looking at a laptop, right, and the logo up there on the left. And then I want to make sure you can hear me okay. So if that's the fact, go ahead and type in number 7 for me over there in the chat. And just so you know how the chat works as well, you have the ability to chat with me publicly or privately, either way, so you can go ahead and change that back and forth. It's totally up to you. We'll get started here in just a minute. All right, good deal. So I'm seeing some sevens pop up there. So you got just a second. Go ahead and invite a last minute guest if you need to, and we'll get rolling here. Can you guys, okay, you can see the screen. You can hear me okay? That is good to go. Anywho, let's get rolling here. So we got a bunch of people showing up tonight. I see the viewers piling on. We'll get started here in just a second, guys. Hello, hello. Welcome to the call. All right, so it's 1 minute past right now. I want to be respectful of your time. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So let's just talk about Ingresso Cybernetico. You know, whoever invited you here tonight, they thought enough of you to share with you an amazing company that has a great opportunity with it as well if you choose to use it like that and build it as a business in addition to using all the fantastic tools that we have here on the internet. So let's just dive right in. You're probably wondering, what is Ingresso Cybernetico, right? So Ingresso Cybernetico is a complete turnkey business. We offer a tool suite of products every marketer wants and needs to be successful on the internet. We show you step by step how to use the tools as well as strategies and techniques to be successful on the internet. Now, IC, as we call it for short, now they combine the best of both internet marketing and the home-based business industry with our tool suite and aggressive comp plan. Now let's tell a little bit about the history, you know, what's behind Ingresso Cybernetico, how they got started. And just a little bit of backstory about Ingresso. You know, the owners that you'll meet here in just a minute, I'll put them up here on the screen, but they saw a need in the industry. There wasn't any, I guess, original Spanish tool companies that had all the stuff for building building the business on the internet, right? So their original vision was to create everything in Spanish, and they did that. They originally planned to run for about 5 years that way, and then start incorporating in other languages. But come into 2013, it started getting popular up here in North America, and a lot of users were wanting English as well. So by 2014, Ingresso Cybernetico is now converted over to English and Portuguese as well. So that's pretty exciting news. The other thing is that they're based out of Medellin, Colombia, and they actually started doing business in September of 2012. So it's just about a 2-year-old company now. A lot of history behind it. It's a global opportunity, and we are committed to providing online products, online business services for everyone who chooses to utilize our products and services around the world. Now, from left to right, I want you to meet the company owners here. You have Juan Carlos Olaya, he's the president. Right there in the middle is Dwayne Golden, the CEO. A great guy that I was just catching the replay of his webinar he did a little while ago, and got a lot of things to look forward to coming up here in the fall. And there on the right is Jatin Patel, the CIO, the master, the behind the programming team down there in India that does all our programming for us. So they do an amazing job down there. make sure you guys get a chance to meet them in person at one of our live events. Okay, so now let's talk about our tool suite, our products that we have here, right? So we're not just about making money, we're about providing value to the marketplace as well. So right now we're using technology called Cybernetical Live, which I just heard confirmed is even going to get some more updates to it going into the fall that I'm really excited about. But you also have Chat and Serve. It's Premier Communication live chat support ticket system. There's going to be some cool stuff about that you're going to see once you get started, some training on how to use that service to make an extra income on top of everything else you do with Ingresso Cybernetico. You have the ability to use Magic Responder. It's the ultimate lead generation system, both for capturing email leads and text leads. You have IC Lead Pages, is the best landing page software on the planet, which is even going to get some more updates coming up here that Dwayne talked about earlier. So make sure once you get started tonight that you catch the replay of the CEO updates that just happened about 2 hours ago. Okay, guys. And Ingresso Cloud, that's very important to have cloud service and be able to back up all the important information on your computer. And not only that, if you forget a file, on your home computer and it's been backed up by Ingresso Cloud and you're out traveling on a business trip or something, you can pull the file up that way as well. So IC Host World. IC Host World is where you can actually have your own hosting right here through Ingresso Cybernetico. So you can move your websites if you already have them or create new ones and use the IC Host World as hosting, and that way you won't have to incur any extra cost outside of Ingresso Cybernetico. So you're really going to like that. Now, the Ingresso app, here's what's cool about that. Not only do we have an application right now, an app that you can run your business right from your smartphone or from a tablet, of course, but also you have the ability when you get to one of our leadership levels to have a custom app created for you. And I highly recommend that you take advantage of that once you get to that level with Ingresso Cybernetico. Now, who here, let me ask you a question real quick, who here speaks more than one language? Because that's pretty exciting. It's important in today's marketplace, right? You have the IC Language Institute, so if you don't, first of all, type in a number 6 if you speak more than one language, and also go ahead and type in what languages you speak. That'd be kind of cool. If you want to keep it private, you can do it in a private chat. It's up to you guys. But here's the deal, right? You can learn, if you're a native English speaker like myself, you can learn Spanish or Portuguese, or if one of those languages is your strong suit, your native language, and you want to learn English a little better, you can do that as well. So, and the instructors they got back there that are teaching the IC Language Institute are top-notch. They're phenomenal. So definitely something you want to take advantage of while you're part of the company here. And digital products. You know what's cool about digital products? There's a lot of value back there that you can actually download and use, and you get more and more digital products the higher business centers that you own with Ingresso Cybernetico. But the thing is, each one of those that you have access to, right, from your back office, there's going to be a sales page back there that's coded to you. So you actually have the right to go out and resell those digital products and keep all the money. It'll get deposited right into your IC e-wallet, if you will, so you don't have to have your own merchant account or incur any expenses outside of Ingresso. It's all taken care of with what you got going on right here. And a domain name, of course. You want to build a brand yourself. That's important. You want to build a business on the internet. Each person at the $100 level or higher will actually receive a domain name. You can pick one out, and as long as it's available, and then that'll be yours. All right, this thing it's getting towards the end of the month, so we need to talk about, this is really one of the ways that you can make some big money with Ingresso Cybernetico. It's the IC Partnership Program. So you're actually going to be able to earn basically like you're an owner, or even better than an owner, right? Because you can receive up to 100% commissions on select Ingresso Cybernetico products, right? And this program is optional. It does cost $300 a year, not $300 a month, $300 a year to be part of it. And the program is going to be discontinued. Not that they're shutting it down. They're just not taking any new members into it after August 31st of 2014, which is coming up here this weekend. And here's the reason why. They're not taking any new members because they're going to protect the marketplace for the existing affiliates and everybody that gets started before the end of the month. So you have, it's supply and demand out there, right? So if you had everybody in the partnership program, it'd be harder for you to make a sale. So definitely a good thing that they're going to be shutting that down and kind of protecting the members that decided to step up to the plate and market that way. So I highly recommend if you're going to be build a list and sell the stuff, that's another way to go ahead and earn money with Ingresso right there to really boost up the income level, right? So, and we've talked a little bit about a couple of the ways to getting paid, but technically there's about 10 different ways of getting paid here with Ingresso Cybernetico. Let's cover those right now. You got the 2x2 business centers. I'll show you in some graphics here in just a minute how those work. You have the digital products. I pretty much already explained how those work, and like I said, you do get more and more and more the higher the business centers that you own, right? And you have residual level commissions. That's my personal favorite because I love earning money even if I'm sleeping, and that's the only way you get that with residual income, right? And the entrepreneur bonuses levels 1, 2, and 3 is $5, $3, and $2 whenever somebody on your entrepreneur level that you personally sponsored completes a business center there on the entrepreneur level, which is the $50 level, right? Level 1 is somebody that's personally sponsored. You earn an additional $5 little bonus. Level 2 is somebody that level 1 member sponsored. You'd earn 3, and so on and so forth. Level 2 down there, so you get the idea how that works. Contest bonuses. There's usually 2 or 3 contests going on every month, and I see always pays for the most part from what I've seen. They've always paid out for the top 3 positions, so that's another good way to get some nice big checks right there. Okay. Presidential fast start bonuses. So if you're part of the president circle, which I highly recommend if you're not there yet, to get there as soon as possible, but you can earn $50 all the way down to 10 through 5 levels on bonuses for fast starts, and you'll see more in detail after you get started how that works. But it's a great way to earn some extra money with Ingresso. Probably the best car bonus on the planet. As long as you're part of that presidential membership, you'll be able to take advantage of that. The affiliate partnership commissions, I just explained, they're closing that down here at the end of the month. You want to jump on that if you can. Live chat service to companies. Now, what's going on is Dwayne Jr. and Dwayne Sr. have put together some trainings, right, for everybody in the field to be able to take that live chat support service, all right, and go out there and find a company that has a need or want. Basically, they have enough traffic coming to their website that it would help them close more sales if they had live chat service. So you find ones out there that don't, okay? And you go through this training. There's even files you can download that show you about proposals, all kinds of really cool stuff if you want to tackle it that way, of course. But you can go out there and earn a nice income because your overhead, even after you paid an outsourcer and they show you where to hire them and you got to train them, of course, but you could earn an additional several $1,000s a month just from doing that. The training that they actually gave away for free to our members is just amazing, off the chain. So you definitely want to take advantage of that once you get started. And there's new starting in 2014. There's actually team building bonuses back there to help the leaders that are actually building a large team earn some more money. So let's talk about the 2x2 following matrices. Is anybody on here already familiar with how a matrix works? This one's a 2x2 matrix, so there's 6 slots on there. Type in number 4 if you're familiar with how this matrix works. All right, well, we're waiting for the answers. I'm going to keep on going because I know there's about a minute delay here, guys. But if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see digital products and magic responder. So that's kind of a visual representation of some of the things you're going to get at any given level. As we move forward through the next couple slides, you'll see more and more products pop up there. And just so you know, as the higher business centers that I show you, okay, you're going to get more capacity, more quantity on those products right there. So, for example, say you have so many magic responders subscribers you're allowed to have at this level right here. Well, when you go over to the next one, you'd have more. So hopefully that makes sense to you. But in the follow me matrix here, all of the business centers are only a one-time purchase. You don't have to buy them over and over again. And then your job is to complete the matrix or complete the business center, if you will. So here's how it works. You could bring in all 6 of these new members yourself, or you could bring in any combination of you brought one in and they brought a couple in, or maybe you brought 3 or 4 of them in. Maybe one even spilled over from above. Personally, as a side note, I would never wait on that. My goal would be to bring in all 6, all right, and then just keep on working. So here's what happens when it's completed, however you do it. All right, you're going to get paid $125 on the entrepreneur level. You pay $50 one time, you can earn $125 over and over again, because as soon as you complete this business center the first time, you start over on a fresh one. You don't have to pay that $50 again. And then you can keep on building. Anybody that you bring in after this one's full would land on your next one, wherever the next open slot is over on the new one, right? And the other thing is that anybody you personally sponsored over here in this first one, when they complete their entrepreneur level, they'd land over on your new one. That's what it means by follow me matrix. So now that you got an idea how that works, we'll go a little bit quicker through the rest of these slides so we're not here all night. And then we'll get you out of here so you can go have some fun with your family, right? But the business specialist level is a $100 one-time payment. If you look down at the bottom of the screen, you see you have digital products, magic responder, so on and so forth, all of the stuff down there. And this is definitely where you want to, this level or higher is where you want to get as soon as possible. So here's the deal. The matrix part works the same way. The follow me matrix works the same way. The business specialist level costs $100. And when you complete that business center, you earn $300. So it's only $100 one time, but you can earn the $300 payments every time you complete that business center. So that's a pretty good way. What I like to call this upfront money or bridge money, if you will. If your goal is to get to residual, you can get some nice upfront money with Ingresso Cybernetico and keep it going if you keep recruiting, right? But so here's the deal. Now this is the business manager level. It's $300 one time. The capacity is increased. The quantity is increased on all these products down here, basically, except for the domain. There's only one domain per person. You don't get one domain per level, just so you know. And then your payday goes up. So not only do you get more products to help you expand your business out here on the internet, in the internet land, right? But you expand your ability to earn income with Ingresso Cybernetico. So now you're up to something that's going to start making a dent. You can probably cover a car payment. Some people could cover rent or a house payment with that, or at least most of it. But anyways, that's a nice little payday. So maybe you do that once a month, maybe you do it once a week. It all depends on how hard you're working, how much success you're having, and it really is important to have some key people directly sponsored by you in your business. So you want to keep looking for those gems and keep cultivating and build a business and building relationships here on the internet, right? Now, the business director, got tongue-tied there. The business director level is $500. Now that's a one-time payment. Just like the other ones, the capacity on this stuff, you get more digital products, more subscribers, a higher amount of subscribers you're able to have with Magic Responder, and so on and so forth with all these products right here. So that's how that works. But now you're starting to be working with basically, you're up there where you're a little more serious. You've invested a little bit more money in your business, if you will. You've bought into it. So I know people know you're serious at this point in time, right? And the other thing is, you get $1,500 commissions whenever you complete this one. So I don't know about you, but I'd be going for that once a week, so you start making a big dent in the income right there. So here's another thing I want to share with you, right? I've brainstormed with a lot of leaders with Ingresso Cybernetico, and they all say two things, okay? To make money, to make the good money with Ingresso Cybernetico, it's done at the higher business centers, all right? And then it's making sure that you're part of the president's circle. So that's just a little tidbit for you right there that'll help you make a decision when you get ready to go here. All right, the next level after that is the vice president level. The vice president level is $1,500 one time. And then with the vice president level, your ability to earn increases along with the amount of products that you're getting, okay? So you can get a pretty nice payday here. It's $4,500 whenever you complete this business center. So you think about it like this. If you get anywhere from 2 to 6 or more people that you personally sponsored that are working as hard as you're working and having results, this could start happening pretty fast. You see what I'm saying? So boom, 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 boom. Maybe everybody on your team, including you, is bringing in 6 a month. You know what happens when you're not the only one bringing in 6 a month? This starts to go through the roof right here. So that's where it gets really exciting. And I hope that that makes sense to you, and you see the value in going up to the higher business centers. Here's another thing that I want you to know too. If you're never going to lose anybody in this business, like if say you came in and you just started at the 500 and you bought all the ones below that, so you own the 500, the 300, the 100, and the 50. And it's easier for me just to remember the dollar amounts than the actual names for them. So, but say you owned all those and you're building your business and whatnot, and then you sponsored somebody and they bought all in. They went all the way up at least to this executive vice president level, the $3,500 level right there, where you wouldn't lose them forever, but they're going to go upline to the next person above you that owns this executive vice president level. So they're going to bounce all the way up to there on their first one. So say they're still up there building that first matrix out for the $3,500 level, the vice president level, and then you purchase it, right? Because you started completing business centers on the lower ones. You put the money back in. You bought that $3,500 level, right? So you lost them on the first one because they've already went up there. They're not going to move matrices right in the middle of yours. But as soon as they complete that one, they'll land on your next $3,500 one because you're the original sponsor. So how cool is that? I don't know of any company that does that in internet land at all. I've never heard of one. So that's pretty awesome. You're never going to lose somebody forever, but that also gives you an incentive to go ahead and play game. Play the game, build your business at the higher business levels. And the paydays get bigger too. That's $10,500 whenever you complete this business center. The other cool thing that stands out, you're getting more and more products and services here, right? We're kind of running out of room to fit them all on here, but The Ingresso app happens right here. So, I mean, you're a leader. You're taking your business serious by this point. You can have a custom app made for you by Jetine and his team down there, the programming team that we have for Ingresso Cybernetico. There's actually a place in the back office where you can go download the paperwork that you need to fill out and send in, basically telling them what you want created. So maybe you're also a brick and mortar business owner. Maybe you own a restaurant or something, and you want an app built for your restaurant. People can see your menu, they can check in, they can like you on Facebook right from that app or whatnot. Maybe you can give them a discount if they download it. So you have all those abilities. Or maybe you're at this point you're becoming a network marketing superstar, and you want to have an app built just for your team. Maybe you have a name. There's a lot of teams in Ingresso Cybernetico, and they come up with their own name and everything, right? So maybe you're a leader of one of these teams. You want to have an application made up so you can get messages out to your team, specific trainings just to them that you don't necessarily want to share publicly, but just for your team, maybe a morning motivational message that you can get out there right through that app. So that's something that's pretty cool that you can have done for you when you get serious and you get up to the executive vice president level here. Now there's a new level that was added here in 2014. It's called the executive board. The executive board costs $7,500. Everything I showed you so far as what products and services you get are maxed out at this point. Plus, there's some top secret stuff that we didn't put on here that you're going to get that you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I think you'll be very happy when you decide to get to this point in your Ingresso Cybernetico career. You're going to love it, trust me. So, and check the payday out too. I mean, you complete this a couple times a year, right? That's $22,500 every time. You only have to pay that $7,500 one time. So that's a phenomenal way to make money here on the internet. And you're providing value too, because you're giving people stuff they need to build a business on the internet, whether it be with Ingresso or not. You know, they need to have hosting with websites, you know, because you can put a WordPress site on there, you can put an HTML site on there, whatever you want to do. They need their computers backed up so they don't lose that stuff. They need autoresponders that, especially they're starting to dive into text marketing as well, so mobile marketing. It's just phenomenal value we have here all in one place with Ingresso Cybernetico. So now we're on to my favorite part of the presentation. We're going to talk about residual income. Now guys, just so you know up front, you're going to pay $25 a month to keep everything active, keep the hosting, everything covered. All the business centers are one time. That $25 is monthly. So you can pay it manually, logging in every month. You could pay months ahead of time. A good friend of mine that brought me into the business, he actually paid for over a year. You know, he's a strong recruiter, real good business builder, right? He paid for over a year at one time with this. Well, and that's because he didn't want to. He's serious enough where he didn't want to forget to pay that 25. Because if you don't pay that 25, you go inactive. You can't earn any money until you're active again, right? And they're not going to hold it. If something happened where you would have completed the business center because one of your people, you know, they filled that last little hole you had right there. And you have to be active to get paid. Just like you got to show up to your day job to get paid. They're not going to show you if you don't pay if you don't show up. So it's the same kind of thing here. But here's what's really cool now. Just recently they've started what we call smart orders. So you can actually go in there now and put it, set it up where they auto bill a credit card every month if you want. And you can still pay ahead if you wanted to. Either way, so it's a good way to make sure that you stay active with Ingresso Cybernetico and don't miss out on any commissions. So let's go over this example. Now this is for illustration purposes only. No one's going to guarantee that you're going to make millions of dollars or anything like that. It's all put in, you're offering a service, you're offering value to the marketplace, and when you bring in new business, you're going to be rewarded. So this is with the monthly residual income. This is paid out from paying that 25 we were just talking about, right? The example we're doing is you found 4 members that are willing to duplicate, whether it was your first 4 or you went through 12 people, right, to find 4 that were serious that were going to duplicate. It doesn't matter. The math kind of works out the same here. So 4 by 4 by 4 by 4 all the way down. Now you can earn down 5 levels if you're not part of the President's Club. And if you are part of the President's Club, which I highly recommend, that opens up levels 6 through 12. 12 is a brand new level. We didn't have that before. They just added it this year when they added that last new business center, that 7,005, the board level basically. So here's the deal. If you go 4 by 4 by 4 down 5 levels, that's almost $1,400. That's $1,396 a month in residual income that would come to you over and over again, right? As long as you got 4 by 4 by, you got those kind of numbers there in your business that are paying their 25 every month and they're staying active. So, but here's where it starts to get really exciting. You get a little bit of a bump in pay here on level 6 and 7, And as you know, multiplication goes 4 by 4 by 4. You're starting to get pretty big numbers down on those levels as well. So if you follow this example all the way down, maybe you even had to do more than 4 to actually have that be the end result down there. Or maybe it was right exactly at 4 and everything was even the way we're showing here in the picture. Either way, however you get there, $58,000 is pretty strong for residual income. Would you agree? If you agree, type in a number 2. Type in a number 2 if you agree that $58,000 a month in residual income is something that you would like to have with Ingresso Cybernetico. All right? Here's the other thing. Maybe because it doesn't work out always even. A couple people drop off. They're not serious or whatnot, or it just doesn't work out even. So by the time you got down to level 7, maybe you're only making 10% of that. So still $5,800 a month is still pretty strong, and you can keep building. Keep building, and then it keeps on growing and growing and growing. You can eventually get there if you put the effort in and build a large team like that. So just make sure that you stay active on the 25, because you don't want to lose access to your products or lose access to your ability to earn. So let's talk a little bit more about that President Circle. You've seen it mentioned a couple times earlier. It's an additional one. It's a one-time payment of $300. This one's not yearly. It's just a one-time payment. Awesome. I'm seeing all those 2 show up right now. I'm right there with you. I agree. We think the same way. Now, here's the deal. The President's Circle membership. You've seen a lot of the benefits already. You know that's only $300 one time. You also get additional products. I haven't really mentioned that yet. So whoever invited you here tonight, they're going to have an Ingresso Cybernetico website already. You just need to go to their website, or if you've already started, maybe you started right before and you want to watch this again, but just you can go to the front of the website and look, there's a chart on there that'll show you the extra products you get in addition to what you already have for a certain level if you're part of that President Circle, right? Now it also opens up the residual unilevel commissions level 6 through 12. And the fast start bonuses I talked about earlier, that's part of being part of this presidential circle. So that opens that income stream up. And that car bonus / lifestyle bonus, because we don't require you to buy a car, is also available to you when you're part of the President Circle membership. So if you're going to go out there and build a business with Ingresso, this is something you want to buy as soon as possible, if not on day one. Okay? Now I want to talk a little bit about this car bonus, because to me it's the best car bonus I've seen in the internet marketing industry, period, hands down. A lot of companies out there, if they have a car bonus, 1, they're going to tell you exactly what car you got to get. 2, it's usually got to be 1 to 3 years old, right? And you're going to have to go buy the thing and show proof that you bought it, and then put their stickers all over it, all right? And then you're going to have to be qualified 2 months in a row before you get to start getting that money. And if you fall below qualifications, usually it's gone. So here's the deal. Ingresso Cybernetico is a pretty cool company. Not only can you buy whatever car you want, you don't even have to buy a car. You can just put that money right into your budget. Here's the other thing. You don't have to be qualified for 2 months to get it. You can qualify in month 1. You can qualify in 2 days if you're just you move a whole team over at once or something, And a lot of the leaders in Ingresso Cybernetico have got some of their biggest checks from this car bonus. I've seen some of my friends in this company get several $1,000s. Well, how do they get the several $1,000s in a car bonus if it just says additional 500 or more? So here's the deal. In almost every company, they're gonna put the money where they want you to go. So the direction of what they want you to produce. All right, that's the same in a conventional job. So, maybe you had to do A, B, and C. Maybe you had to, whatever it is back there. You'll see when you get started. I think it's 3 people in at the President Circle or something like that, and then you're qualified for 1 car bonus. Well, what if you did that 3 times? You qualified 3 times over, you're going to get 3 times the car bonus. And that's phenomenal. That's, to me, that is hands down amazing way to make money with Ingresso Cybernetico. And there's a couple different ways to qualify, and you'll see once you get started back there too. So I don't know about you, but a lot of people that are strong recruiters, that are strong business builders, right? You can get $1,500 a month in a car bonus. Maybe not every month, but it's pretty attainable for somebody that's going to stay plugged in and really working their business. So. All right, we're about done here tonight, guys. We're about 30 minutes into it. If you got any questions, you can type them in over there in the chat box. If you'd rather not be public for everyone to see it, then go ahead and just type it in private. That's totally cool. I understand that's the way I would do it. And so at this point, you just want to get started. So you want to get back with the person that referred you tonight. Someone invited you here that thought enough of you to share with you the amazing opportunity we have at Ingresso Cybernetico. So just get back with them. And then maybe you want to brainstorm or look at your budget or whatever and decide what level you want to start at tonight, and go ahead and do that. But just think about these things in mind. The President Circle is really important. and so is some of those higher business levels. Now, we all understand if you can't afford that, but all the leaders that I talk to, and I talk to a lot of them because I want to make sure I'm giving out the right information to everybody when I'm doing these presentations, right? They all say the higher business centers, right? Being consistent and being part of that president circle is the key to them making money. So take that for what it is, and then also plug in that 30-day blueprint. When you get started, you go in your back office, go into resources, go to that 30-day blueprint, start to watch one of those a day, and maybe you could write a blog post about it. We're about to have blogs again through here. They're updating that whole system. You could write a blog post. Now, don't go out there and give the information away because they need to be part of Ingresso with you, all right, to get that 30-day blueprint. But little blog about it. Hey, I'm excited. I learned today on this 30-day blueprint. Da, 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 da. And it's you want to use interest generating statements so people start asking you, what's this 30-day blueprint? And then you share with them Ingresso Cybernetico, right? So we'll go from there. And then we have weekly training. So at the moment, right here, we have weekly trainings. Now this week we didn't do any trainings basically because we had a couple update calls and we're doing presentations every night to help you move your business forward. Okay. So basically this week we're not having them, but we usually have trainings twice a week. Now hopefully this has popped back up by now and you guys can see this. But here's the deal, right? Hold on. On y'all to refresh. Okay, I got a test account up here, another computer. Looks like it's coming back. All right, so hopefully you still heard me the whole time there. But here's the deal, right? You want to use interest generating statements, and then get back on track. Get people excited about asking you instead of you chasing them. Okay, and then plug in those weekly trainings. Like I said, they're recorded. Every single one is recorded, so they're either going to be on Dwayne's channel on YouTube. They should be in your back office too, but if you want to find them before they make it there, or the Ingresso Cybernetico YouTube channel, and just take advantage of that stuff because if maybe you want to learn how to set up your sales funnel, right? There's training already done on that, and sometimes we do new trainings on them just so we can be live right there with you, walking you through that stuff. So you have trainings for all of that stuff back there to help teach you how to build a business on the internet. And you know your upline who brought you in here has been doing it longer, so get with them too. I'm sure you got a great leader that you joined Ingresso Cybernetico with, and they can push you in the right direction. If they don't know, maybe the next person above them knows. Awesome. So we're just really glad that you're here. I don't know what happened with the internet there for a minute. I had that little hiccup. It's like the whole screen just disappeared. And then luckily we didn't lose you all together. But so here's the deal, guys. Just go ahead and get started. We're really glad you came out to this call tonight. And like I said, if you got a question, type it over there. I'm going to mute myself out for just a second. And I'll wait on here. If you got any questions, type them in right now, please. If I don't see any questions, we'll end it here in just a minute. Almost forgot. Now, if you're just getting started, you want to go. I think Dwayne did it from his channel, but you can find Dwayne's channel on YouTube and watch the updates that he did about 2 hours ago. Some phenomenal information in there, or just get with whoever invited you here tonight, and they should be able to find that for you and send you that video as well. Definitely do that. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, I think even Sunday night at 9 o'clock, we're doing opportunity presentations just like this. So if you wanted to start tonight, you wouldn't have to learn how to explain it yourself. You'd have a link that you can invite people to and have them take a look at the business live like this, and then you can just touch base with them afterwards. So that's a good way to get you jump started here before the end of the month. Type in your questions. Like I said, if I don't see any questions, we're going to end this call here in just a second. All right, thanks for coming out. I've waited here about a minute. I don't see any questions. Looks like everybody's head to the house night. So you have a great night, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.